Hello. Happy Tuesday. I have Zach with me tonight. He is Cure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right this time. So welcome, Cure, to the stream. Happy to have you.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, I'm super stoked to be here. The misconception is usually CVRE. People try to figure out what it means.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, I promise it's not that deep. It's just I couldn't get the U, so I switched out with the V. Kind of looks the same, and that's where I went from there. So
I totally get that. I did that with my Dark Queen alias.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I missed that, considering I've done the exact same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who just call me CVRE, and I just sometimes I correct them, sometimes I don't. I'm like, you say the name, like whatever, it's awesome, but yeah, it's Cure. It's been Cure since I started. So
I love that. You were playing at London Music Hall, and I had to ask Arcade. I was like, can you just tell me, like, I'm starting to think it might be Cure because I saw your logo, and I was like, with the logo, I'm like, all right, it makes more sense.
Looks way more sense, yeah.
Yeah, makes way more sense.
Yeah, it definitely trips a lot of people out, but they figured it out eventually. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're setting the record straight, like
setting the record straight right now
from the beginning.
It's Cure. It used to be DJ Boozer for a while, but we got
DJ
rid of that
Boozer.
a long time ago. Yeah, so a little bit more professional, I guess some people say, but I don't know. It's always DJ Boozer has a special place in my heart, but didn't think that attract many people, so switched it up a little bit. But yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we'll just go into your bio a little bit, and then we'll hop into some questions. Sure. So you've been performing for about a year and a half. He's been playing open format sets at bars in London and surrounding areas. You said like Hamilton and things like that too you've played in?
Played in Windsor, Hamilton, kind of like Toronto was probably the farthest I went, but more consistently just around the London area.
Cool. Very cool. Let's see. So while he's been primarily focused on open format, Zach's now looking to branch into the house music scene. So that's what we're going to be playing tonight. Over time, his music taste has evolved, but he's remained interested and entertained by a wide variety of genres. As a DJ, Zach's main goal is to continuously learn, improve his skills, and invest himself into the music community. He's passionate about making people dance and smile, and he believes DJing is the perfect outlet for that passion, and I agree with you.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of jobs where, kind of sucks, but seeing people dance and smile and have a good time and being kind of the center of that, creating the environment where people want to like dance and have fun, it's great. I've been involved in music my entire life, so it kind of all just pushed myself towards DJing, and that's always been a passion of mine. So. Jump towards that.
Interesting. So that was going to be my first question, was how did you get into DJing? So what kind of music were you into growing up?
So I played in a lot of concert bands. I've played the trumpet, the baritone, the clarinet.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that was all through like public school and high school.
Yeah.
And then I joined a band just with a couple buddies. We just kind of messed around at school. We were called the Miracle Whippers. I was the bass guitar player in that. And then kind of went into more of same kind of like band oriented stuff, the bass, the guitar. I focused a lot on that. And then I just didn't really have the same passion for learning the instruments. I kind of wanted to get more into like just learning the entire kind of collaboration of music, I suppose. And that kind of led me straight to DJing. And yeah, so that's kind of where I am now. And we'll see where the journey goes, but I love this, and it's what I want to do for a long time. So
very cool. So how old were you when you started to learn DJing?
I would have been 21 when I started to learn DJing.
And you're not 21 now?
No, I'm 23. I'm 23 now. Okay. I got my first board Christmas of 2023.
Okay.
A little Flex 4, and I would just mess around in my basement with it. Kind of like the original idea was just like as a hobby.
Yeah.
And then I quickly started to pick up little things and. Going out and listening, I was like, okay, I can do that. And it kind of just drove me. So every day for about 4 months, I just sat in my basement and would just mix open format, trying to get into like bars.
Very cool. Maybe we're going to learn some stuff from him tonight.
Yeah, hey, who knows?
I'm sure I will.
Yeah, and then I went out on a Dollar Beers Wednesday to Jack's, had a few too many, talked to the manager, and got myself a job. So
that's the best way to do it.
Ever since then, just
networking in this industry.
Exactly. You gotta have a couple drinks, feel a little bit more confident, but... I've ever since then kind of just been trying to push myself forward and build an image and a brand and try to branch out. And my biggest thing is learning, like perfecting the craft before I like try to like scatter my brain with too many things. Like I want to be super solid in everything, and then kind of like dial in on certain things more. But right now, just trying to learn as much as I can, taking as much information, and just become a better DJ, really.
Yeah, I totally get that. I feel like when I started DJing, I was like, I just want to learn how to play like all the genres, and then I'll like dial it in. So it sounds like you're kind of like you more want to play house music than now.
Yeah, absolutely. Open format, it was cool for the first like few months, but then you kind of just feel like a radio station, play the same things all the time, and I found that house music gave a really good outlet for me to kind of like express what I like to play and play something that like gives me joy. I feel like with house music, a lot of people can kind of like feel the music way more than just like in a bar. Like I'm playing what I like and they're enjoying that, rather than in a bar I'm playing what they want to hear. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But yeah, with house music I have a lot more chance to express myself and kind of feel that freedom of being able to try different things and just have a fun time. So that's kind of where I'm at now, but I'm leaning into like techno and tech house. But I love everything. Like every kind of EDM music just kind of itches the brain in the right way. So that's kind of where I'm at.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Very cool. So did you start going to festivals, or did you start going to events, or like how did you really get into electronic music?
So one of my buddies was a DJ. Shout out Matt Genesis if you're watching.
Matt,
he
I don't know you yet.
Yeah, he was DJing out in St. Catharines. He went to school at Brock. And I kind of just like, I always thought it was super cool. He's been DJing for like 8 years and we're the same age.
Yeah.
And then I really started like, I went out to a couple of his gigs and I was like, I really want to do this. Like, this looks fun.
Yeah.
So I kind of started from there and started pushing myself in that direction and started upgrading equipment and getting gigs. I had never been to a festival. I've still never been to a festival.
You've never
been to a festival.
Oh my God, that needs to be on your bucket list, because think of like all the creative ideas that you're going to get from those. The festival sets I feel like are the best of the best sets that you're going to see, in my opinion. I mean, they're also like highly curated, but I feel like there's so much thought and intention that goes into
absolutely.
them.
And they have to apply to so many people
who
are going to see so many different artists.
Yeah.
So they all have to, I've always wanted to go. I've really wanted to go to like Escapade or Ilsonic. Those are two that
movements.
Yeah. Those are like all ones that I'm going to try. My biggest thing right now is getting out more. I just got a puppy 2 weeks ago, 10-month-old German Shepherd.
That's exciting.
So
congrats.
Thank you. I've been like,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I've been so busy. I haven't been able to get out anywhere other than to work.
Yeah.
But this summer I really want to like start. I want to go to at least one festival.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I've been to shows. Like I went and saw. The first DJ I think I saw live was Nicky Romero in Montreal at New City.
Oh, cool.
But I've seen Mal P and Clooney and all those guys.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no festivals for me. I've been really, really wanting to go, but just haven't had the time, or the things have just not lined up. But now I think this year I'm going to Veld. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Got to figure that out. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, those are good bucket list things. I feel like once you go, you'll be like, I need to go all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's what always happens.
It's a bad addiction to get into. It's an expensive one.
It's an expensive one for sure, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So speaking about like those artists, who are your favorite artists? Like, and who are the artists that you love to play? Like artists that you play in like all your sets?
Well, maybe I'm biased, but Max Styler's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
I opened for him a couple weeks ago, London Music Hall, which was really, really cool.
It was great. Great set.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I was, can I swear?
I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I was shitting bricks before my set. Like, I was freaking out. But just being able to play for, like open for somebody that, like, I love his music. I listen to it. And before I really knew who he was, I was listening to his music and I had no idea.
Yeah.
So being able to open for him was super, super cool. I really like Clooney. Sorry. Clooney's super cool.
Clooney's also great.
Saw him at History in Toronto. That was unreal. Mal P has always been one of my favorites. I like his like dark kind of techno, tech house, bridge.
Yeah, similar styles of.
Yeah, kind of along those lines. A lot more tech house.
It appeals to a lot of people, like those.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Like a deeper cut. I don't know. Beltran's pretty cool. I've been playing a couple of his songs recently. Vintage Culture.
Yes, Vintage Culture.
Mikey Walker. Oh my goodness. Mikey Walker sent me tracks to play at London Music Hall. So shout out to you for that. That was awesome. So he's a super cool artist. Check him out. London local, lives in Calgary. Super cool.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check him out. He's lost his voice, so he's down for the count now.
We're back. That was
okay. That was a quick intermission.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, super cool guy. Oh my. Sends me tracks. Check him out for sure, Mikey Walker. Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm good.
Speaking of locals, I'm going to be playing some local artists tonight. I've got some new tracks by DJ Mikey the Kid, Kosa, Saza, a few of my friends, Donner. So yeah, a few to check out. And yeah, if you have any, we'll do shout outs whenever we're going to play some of our friends' tracks.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to rent some tracks from some buddies. But yeah, I'm back now though, not dying anymore, so we're here.
I was holding it down while you were.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm having a freak out right now, apparently. Like, I got a cough and everything. It's bad, but we'll bring it back.
So you've had, I feel like a good amount of success in a short period in the 2 years that you've been DJing. You've got, a weekly gig at Jack's. You've opened for Max Styler at London Music Hall. Those are amazing things. And you've DJ'd, Toronto, Windsor. That's pretty impressive. So what kind of advice do you have for DJs who are just starting out?
My number one thing is it's never a bad idea to perfect your craft before really putting yourself out there. Obviously, you don't want to be over picky. You're never going to be perfect. But one thing that is a big thing in my head is you have to be prepared to go into that kind of set and be in that environment, because playing in your bedroom and playing in front of 100, 200, 1,000 people, completely different. So I took a lot of time for myself, just every day, just grinding, learning, teaching myself. It's just repetition. And then once you kind of get that muscle memory, put yourself out there as fast as possible. I'm never a guy to say take free gigs. But if there's a way you can get in somewhere and you don't get paid,
take free gigs.
Take a free gig off the rip and be like, look, you got to get your foot in the door. Yeah. That's the biggest thing. Just work as hard as you can to get your foot in the door. And from there, just hard work beats talent. If you have both of those together, you'll be unstoppable. That's kind of my mindset about it. So
I think that's really good advice. Yeah, definitely good advice too. I mean, I say the opposite. I'm I think it's different though. I want to say from a female perspective, I think with guys, they're ready to put themselves out there sooner. I feel for women, that's more it has to be so good. It has to be to this level before you're willing to put yourself out there. So that's why I'm saying to women, I'm put yourself out there before you think you're ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're probably ready.
Yeah, I mean it's a big mental game, right? I feel a lot of people are so worried about messing up or so worried about what if I don't do good.
Yeah, and most people aren't going to notice. Unless you're a DJ yourself. You're not going to notice those mistakes. Even most of the mistakes people make, it's oh, did you hear that? I'm I didn't hear it. I was talking to someone.
Yeah.
And you're not going to notice most of the time, unless it's really bad. And whatever.
If it's really bad, there's a couple times where I'm oh my, but people don't notice. If you're playing at a bar like Jack's or anywhere downtown London and you're just playing at a nightclub, people aren't so much there to listen to you play music. They're there to have music playing. And if you make a mistake, just keep rolling. And a lot of the managers, if you make one mistake, they're not just going to X you out. Just feel confident.
No, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've had guys freak out after they make one mistake. They start having a breakdown, and I'm oh my, it's cool.
Wow.
No big deal.
You just pretend nothing happened.
Yeah, I just kind of move on.
Keep going. You're that wasn't even anything. I meant to do that.
Exactly. It sounded so cool, but yeah, I mean, just put yourself out there. Be confident in yourself. Don't be overconfident. Be humble, but never kind of put yourself under someone. If someone does something good, make sure to let them know. But you also don't want to be oh, I could do that better. I could do that better. I could do that better.
Yeah.
You just have to believe in yourself, but don't be overly cocky where people don't want to work with you.
Oh my gosh, that's really good advice. I feel you see a lot of DJs who are I'm the best, and you're honestly, you're just playing music. When it comes down to it, you can be the best, but if you're have that attitude, people do not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, towards my friends, I've since involving myself in the DJ scene, I made a couple friends who are DJs as well, and obviously I'm giving them a hard time. Like, I am the best DJ in London, Ontario, and in the world, and you're just nowhere near me.
Oh,
but
gosh.
it's obviously just satire.
Yeah.
For me, like, there's a lot of very talented DJs out there, and a lot of people that I can learn from.
Yeah.
And my kind of thing is like, no matter how new or old or how long they've been doing it for, you can learn something from every DJ.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody takes a different approach with how they've been taught. So you got to go into it with an open mind. Be humble and just take everything that you know and just take what you like, forget what you don't, and just make your own style and be original and be confident.
Yeah. Okay, great advice. So where do you think you want to go next with your music career?
I want to keep playing for NEC as much as possible.
Good
That's
choice.
ever since the Open Decks, like just that whole community, like Jason and everybody who comes and great people. They made me feel so welcome at all the gigs I've played.
Yeah.
I played a couple local nights. But yeah, like, oh my goodness, like, what is going on?
Don't worry, we'll give you a break from talking very shortly.
Yeah, no, but definitely kind of just seeing where that goes, like taking my career further with house music, start producing.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me.
I think that's a good next step for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be jumping on that soon. I just want to like get my foot in the door. I want to get more experience, and I want to kind of create a name. And I know producing does involve that, so that's definitely something I need to get on. It's just about kind of taking the time and the resources to put together a little bit of a studio, so I have the appropriate gear, not the top end.
I was going to say, you honestly don't need much. You need a laptop and like Ableton or whatever DAW you want to use.
And it's mainly just about learning the software. For me, that's so hard. Like,
it is.
I'm trying to like figure out how to do this, and then I'm like getting confused.
Oh, it's tough. I feel like Ableton's a beast. Like, I feel like there's always stuff to learn, but you'll get there. Just getting started. And
yeah, that's the hardest part. I feel like with DJing and producing, the learning curve is just kind of like straight up, and then it kind of tapers off. So I just really have to like, put my mind to it and learn, because it is something I want to do. I have a lot of ideas, and I feel like that's another way to kind of jumpstart my career, and that's where I'm looking. I want to do this for a long time, and this is something I love. So
I love that. Well, thank you so much for like letting everyone know kind of your story, and we will be right back, and we'll jump right into the music, and you can hear him in action.
And not dying when I'm trying to talk. So that's definitely ideal.
We'll give his voice a break. So we will be right back, everyone. Okay, let's